Russian former spy Sergei Skripal is no longer in a critical condition after being poisoned by a nerve agent, doctors have said. Salisbury District Hospital said Mr. Skripal is responding well to treatment and improving rapidly. Mr. Skripal, 66, and his daughter Yulia, 33, have been in hospital for more than a month after being found unconscious on a bench in Salisbury. They had been poisoned with a toxic nerve agent called Novichok. Ms. Skripal is conscious and talking in hospital. The UK government claims Russia is behind the attack, but Moscow has denied all involvement, calling the accusations horrific and unsubstantiated. Meanwhile, the UK has refused to grant a visa to Yulia's cousin, Victoria Skripal, the Newsbay has learned. A government source said it appears Russia is trying to use Victoria as a pawn. It comes after Russian TV aired a recording of an alleged phone conversation between Victoria and Yulia on Thursday. Doubts were raised over its authenticity, but Victoria has told Newsnight she was 100% certain it was Yulia. Dr. Christine Blanchard, medical director at Salisbury District Hospital, said, "Last Thursday, I informed you that Yulia Skripal's condition had improved to stable. As Yulia herself says, her strength is growing daily and she can look forward to the day when she is well enough to leave the hospital. Any speculation on when that date will be is just that, speculation. In the meantime, Yulia has asked for privacy while she continues to get better, something I'd like to urge the media to respect." Dr. Blanchard added, "I also want to update you on the condition of her father, Sergei Skripal. He is responding well to treatment, improving rapidly, and is no longer in a critical condition." The Newsbay's diplomatic correspondent James Landale said Mr. Skripal's recovery meant we now have two individuals at the heart of this incident in Salisbury who can now speak. He said, "They can speak to investigators about their last movements, were there any threats, were there any other circumstances." Following the update on Mr. Skripal's condition, the Russian embassy tweeted, "Good news. Good news." The embassy later issued a statement wishing the Skripals get well soon and expressed hope that their recovery will contribute to the investigation. "We are confident that the objective probe will ultimately establish that the claims against Russia by the UK government are null and void," it added. The Foreign and Commonwealth Office said it was very pleased that the Skripals were improving and it was a tribute to NHS staff. The NHS will continue to provide ongoing care for the Skripals, both of whom are likely to have ongoing medical needs, the FCO said. "Let us be clear, this was attempted murder using an illegal chemical weapon that we know Russia possesses." By Newsbay health and science correspondent James Gallagher, recovery from a nerve agent attack is not guaranteed, but it is not always a surprise either. Nerve agents including sarin, VX, and Novichok all prevent nerves functioning normally. This includes those that are necessary to breathe and keep the heart beating. They work by disrupting an enzyme called acetylcholinesterase at the junction between nerves. But over time, the nerve agent is metabolized and excreted by the body, and new acetylcholinesterase is made. The question is whether doctors can keep patients alive long enough for that to happen. This would have been the focus of Sergei and Yulia Skripal's care at Salisbury District Hospital. It could have included heart and lung support, the drug atropine to counteract the effect of nerve agents, and sedation to prevent brain seizures. There is still a question about the Skripal's long-term recovery and whether there will be any impact on memory and brain function. Former double agent Mr. Skripal, who was jailed by Russia for spying for Britain's intelligence service but released as part of a spy swap between the US and Russia in 2010, was being visited by his daughter Yulia when the attack happened on March 4. The pair became ill in the center of Salisbury after visiting the Mill pub and Zizi restaurant. The incident sparked an escalating diplomatic crisis between Russia and the West, with more than 20 countries expelling Russian envoys in solidarity with the UK. On Thursday, Russia's ambassador to the UN, Vasily Nebenzia, told the UN Security Council that Britain was playing with fire and had invented a fake story. Mr. Nebenzia said Britain's main goal had been to discredit and even delegitimize Russia and accused the government of waging a propaganda war. In a statement released to police on Thursday, Ms. Skripal said she was grateful for the many messages of goodwill she had received and the people of Salisbury who came to her aid. She said, "I am sure you appreciate that the entire episode is somewhat disorientating, and I hope that you'll respect my privacy and that of my family during the period of my convalescence." Britain's UN ambassador, Karen Pierce, said Russia's request for consular access to Ms. Skripal has been passed on.